So my name is Martin Corpus. I'm from Kirkland, Washington, which is on the north end of Seattle. And technically I've been a supporter of the Sounders since 2005, so since I was a little kid. But I've been more, I guess, ECS since 2014. I mainly came about finding the Sounders through I don't know if they still do it, the fantasy camp where like the players are the coaches. So the USL players back in 2005, it was like fourth grade for me, and I was just realizing that Seattle has professional soccer, but it wasn't like MLS status. So I got to play soccer on Friday with a bunch of the community kids from school, and I was having guys like Hugo Alcaraz coaching me, Roger Levesque coaching me, Chris Highlander, and I was in shock. Like, I didn't even realize how big of a deal it was that I was actually learning from a professional. I thought it was just going to be some high school kids wearing a Sounders t-shirt and just saying, oh, yeah, I played with Hugo, I played with Roger. It's like, no, I'm actually with these guys and I'm learning. Now, as far as being a member of the ECS, I joined in, I think it was like July of 2014, so just a few years ago. But at the time I joined, I was looking for just a good sense of community because I had moved back from Bellingham. I tried going to school there for a little while, wasn't too thrilled with it. But when I had moved back and I had changed schools in the middle of college, I didn't know anybody when I got back. I wasn't getting along too well with people from school, and I just told myself, I need friends. I need friends and I need something to do because I don't like sitting on my parents' couch and mooching off of their pantry. So I went onto the ECS website in the middle of a summer class. I was eventually caught for it. It was weird because I was in the middle of an English class where the core curriculum was on short story writing. And so I was reading all this, why do we capo? Why do we do all this TIFO stuff? Why do we have ECSFC? And I told myself, well, I guess I could give this a shot. So I pulled out my debit card, paid like, I don't know, $30 for the new guy fee. And then I had this like moment of excitement because I saw the confirmation page, said, congratulations, you're now an ECS member. And I was saying, yes. And then my professor caught me. And so he asked me, do you want to repeat what I just said? No, I'm good. And he walks over to my desk because our class being a writing class, we were in a computer lab. So he takes a look at my screen and he said, what did you just sign up for? I have no idea, but it looks like a lot of fun and it's probably going to cost me a lot of money on weekends. He said, well, once you figure out what this is, tell me about it in your next short story or I'll fail you.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool, deal. And it was worth it. I guess in a kind of a textbook definition, a capo is a person who directs the supporters in the choreography, like the chants, waving flags, all the songs, in our case, the pogo. But in order to be a capo, you should be a person that somebody can easily recognize. But a capo's got to be a person of a lot of high respect throughout the community that they're involved with. My first time capoing a March to the Match was by far one of my biggest memories from the last 3 years of ECS. It was sometime in May of the 2015 season. And usually I was just that kid that would always want to be like, oh, I want to be that cool kid that carries the banner. I know all the like ECS leadership guys. But my friend Peter, who's usually like on the side helping out Glenn when he was doing it, he didn't show up. So I was behind the banner. I pulled out my phone. I said, Peter, where are you? He said, oh yeah, I gotta work today. So I'm like, can I take your spot, please? Like I was begging him. He said, you're gonna have to talk to Glenn or Jesse. So I literally like dove underneath the banner and started running towards Jesse and Glenn and said, Peter's not gonna make it. Can I fill in for him and just try being a capo once? And they said, go for it. After that, it kind of just, I kind of just did it regularly without anyone telling me. And it's really nice for me because I'm kind of one of the younger guys in ECS, like a younger member, a younger player for ECSFC, but being a capo is something that I've always wanted to do. And it's like my opportunity to just go for it. Like sometimes when I'm at school and I have to take a test, I'm like, I didn't study for this. I'm just gonna answer this question blindly and I'm probably gonna fail. But when it comes to supporting the Sounders, it's an environment where I can just let loose, do whatever I want for the most part. But yeah, I mean, it's just my opportunity to do everything that I want to and nobody's gonna judge me for it. I mean, I pretty much owe my life to this supporters group. I'm not even joking. Like I show up for TIFO sessions every now and again. I play for FC on weekends. a capo from time to time, and it's helping me start to build this identity. I was told by one of my teammates from ECSFC, it's not really about being a somebody or just like this really popular face in the crowd. It's more about, I guess, just a sense of unity. And if people know you, like just 1 million people know you, then that should be a bonus. But man, I mean, that's where I'm at with all of it. Definitely. Like if you see me on Facebook, it's like, oh, thank you ECS family, or my brothers and sisters in the faith of the Bro Mend. You guys are the best. I wouldn't be where I am today without you. And every time I post that, it sounds kind of repetitive, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I mean, I wasn't enjoying things a few years ago before I was in ECS. And then that $30 payment in the middle of class turned out to be a life-changing decision. So yeah, best $30 I ever spent.